Hello lovers of Bokiti Fashion, welcome to another episode of Everything Hair. So guys, today I'm going to be sharing tips on blow drying your hair or your wig before coiling or straightening. We are going to cover the process step by step, including what to do, what to avoid, the advantages and disadvantages of blow drying your wig before styling. So first thing first, you're going to use a wide tooth comb to brush out your hair and detangle it. Then you're going to section your hair. Then I went ahead to apply my hair mousse, and you can also apply your heat protectant, but I just applied my hair mousse since I'm going to be using my blow dryer on cold setting. But then again, always make sure you apply your heat protectant since you're going to be coiling or straightening your wig if you're using heat. So make sure you don't over apply products on your hair, as this is going to make your hair heavy and might destroy the chance of your hair. So I think the video, as you can watch, you can literally see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to talk you through the advantages and disadvantages of blow drying your hair while I do this. So guys, first of all, you're going to need to choose the right tool. Make sure you use the perfect blow dryer for your process, and I'm going to put it up so you can see what I'm talking about. Secondly, if you're blow drying your synthetic wigs, always make sure you use the lowest setting of heat, like make it maybe warm, not so hot. But for human hair, medium to high heat is safe, but usually I'll just blow dry my hair on cool. So always start from the roots and work your way down to the hair, like you can see me doing here. You start from the roots and you work your way down. So next, I'm going to be telling you the do's and the don'ts when blow drying your wig. First, always use your heat protectant so you can protect your hair, especially if you're going to use heat to style your hair or to straighten it. Secondly, blow dry in sections for even results and better control. Don't blow dry large sections of hair at a time. Maybe you could miss a section and it's going to affect the turnout of your styling process. Also, use cold air to seal. Like I said, it gives shine, and I just prefer using my blow dryer on cold setting. Secondly, the last point is always make sure you wash your wig regularly to prevent product build-up, because when we're styling our wigs, we use a lot of products, and over time it's going to build up in your wig. So always make sure you shampoo your hair and you clean it from time to time to prevent this from happening. And the don'ts when blow drying your hair: make sure you don't blow dry your hair when it's dripping wet. Like, don't blow dry your hair when there's a lot of moisture in it to the point it's dripping. This can lead to tangling, and we don't want that, because it can lead to tangling and breakage, and you're going to lose a lot of your expensive strands, guys. So don't do that. The second, don't use high heat on synthetic, guys. I can't emphasize this anymore. Do not use high heat on your synthetic wigs. Please make sure you blow dry on cool or medium heat to prevent destroying your wig. So the third is avoid pulling a lot. So one thing I'm going to say about this is always make sure you secure your wig perfectly to your canvas head before you begin blow drying. Because when you're blow drying, automatically you're going to use a lot of force, even though you're going to try to be careful, but you're going to be using a lot of force. So you need to make sure your wig is secured, and you can do this by using an elastic band, placing on your frontal, and then you pin it to your canvas head. This way it's not going to rip the lace, as that elastic is going to act as a barrier when you're blow drying your hair. So guys, the fourth is don't skip sectioning. Don't just blow dry your hair. Maybe if you're in a haze, you could just blow dry your hair at once, but if you have a lot of time on your hand or a little bit of time, just always make sure you section your hair. Always section your hair before you blow dry. So guys, next I'm going to be talking about the advantages of blow drying your hair before styling. So first, obviously, it's just going to make your hair more smooth. When you're coiling or when you're straightening your hair, it's just going to give you that nice smooth texture with no little or no flyaways. Secondly, I think it's time saving actually, because when you're sectioning your hair, you could just leave those sections to coil or straighten later. So it might be time consuming if you maintain the sections to work on them later. And the third point, which is my favorite, obviously, blow drying your hair gives your hair a lot of volume. Like, it gives volume to your hair. It makes it to be less scanty and just gives it that full fluffiness for those of us who prefer that, especially with asymmetric face types. A lot of hair is very good for your styling. So the last is, when you blow dry your hair, you really distribute everything to the hair. Like, you distribute the heat or you distribute your products, and it reduces you from putting a lot of product in one specific area as you're working with the whole hair. So I think that's also a great advantage, because sometimes you notice you skipped a section or this is too much in another section. So when blow drying your hair, it's really difficult to miss that as you're going to go through all the hair thoroughly. So it makes for even distribution of your products that you're using. And guys, we are going to talk about the disadvantages of blow drying. You might not believe it, but yes, there are disadvantages. First is heat damage. Overusing high heat when blow drying your hair is going to damage your hair, since you're going to use heat to style or to straighten your hair. If you're not using maybe the flexi rods to style your hair, heatless methods to style your hair. And it can also damage your synthetic wigs, like literally damage them beyond repair. So that's why I always advise, make sure you're blow drying on coal, guys. Blow dry on coal. And if you must, blow dry on medium heat. Don't use high heat, whether for your human hairs or your synthetic. Just try to minimize the use of high heat when blow drying. And the second part is, if you use a lot of effort when blow drying your wig, you could rip your wig out. You could rip out the knots. You could rip out your strands of your hair. So like I said, always protect your wig perfectly before you begin blow drying. Make sure you protect your hair before you blow dry it, guys, to prevent this from happening. Like you see in this last clip, I use an elastic band to hold my wig down, and this way is going to prevent my frontal from ripping and is going to prevent my lace from falling. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.